Hi there and welcome as we look at 3 keys of becoming witnesses to Jesus in our world. And those 3 keys that we are discovering is that we would grow in love with Jesus, that we would discover our design in Jesus, and thirdly, that we would just introduce people to Jesus. Now, in the first of 3 teachings on this middle value, that we would discover our design in Jesus, I want us to look at this thought, that we are divinely designed. Now, Paul writes to the church in Corinth, and this was a church where the people were too focused on themselves. They were too aware. Am I good enough? What about the person next to me? Do I match up to them? And listen to what he says about some of the leaders who had been influential in the church. He says, what then is Apollos? What's Paul? They are just servants through whom you believed. And each has the role that the Lord has given. Yes, I planted, Paul says, and Apollos watered, but God gave the growth, for we are God's co-workers. He says to them, instead of obsessing over, what other people are doing, and am I made like they are, and are we doing enough? He says, recognize the fact that God has designed you uniquely, and therefore He will use you uniquely to bring others to Him. I think the nagging question often for us in evangelism is, if God wants me to share my faith with others, why is it so difficult? Why does it feel like other people have it easy, maybe you think? They are lively and they're boisterous and they connect with people easily. Some of you feel, well, for me it's difficult because I'm an introvert or I'm a bit more quiet. And you often think, well, if it's only outdoors and it's door-to-door evangelism, that's real sharing. The more difficult it is, the more honest it is. And what happens? People just stop sharing the gospel. What if the issue is that what we have been taught about evangelism is not the full story? Think about this. You know what kinds of approaches are effective to you, that reach your heart. And therefore we know that not every single approach will then reach someone else because people are unique. So if God designed introverts and extroverts, if He designed our personalities and our character, would it not make sense that He would want to work through those personality and character traits? If an extrovert is trying to evangelize and connect with people and witness in the style and way of an introvert, or vice versa, not only are we missing out on what God is doing, I think we are dishonoring the very design of God in us. When I used to run hurdles in primary school, I had such a great coach, but he was never a good athlete himself. But that's okay, because those are the roles that we play. No one expects the person who makes beautiful instruments to also have to play world-changing concerts. No one expects of the surgeon to also manage the finances of the hospital. No, we have the same goal, that people would come to know Jesus, but each of us have got different functions, different gifting, different personality. And the more I believe we work through those God-given designs, the more effective witness we will see in the church. Discovering your design in Jesus means realizing that God and His design in your life is not something to be cured, it's something to be celebrated and then honed for His mission. He made you that way, so step into it. That's how we become witnesses.